Hello, 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 hello. Here I am, haggard, withered, very organic and raw and natural. Yes, natural. I'm up here in my room. That's a hook up there. There's say no more. I don't hang men from that. It's just basically a little hook for fairy lights. And I'm here with my pals. That's Meggie. If you can hear mooching around, that's Bob the bunny. He snuck up and I believe he is there. There she is there. Oh, blimey. And Bob is dive bombing my foot because it's actually hanging off the bed. Where am I looking? Up there. Anyway, so I'm just about to de-skunk myself. Will you get off my foot, Bob? He's got a sit. Rabbit like your feet because they're the nearest thing they can get to you. He's trying to shag my foot. Leave it alone. Anyway, yes, I'm about to go and de-skunk myself and wash my hair because it is minging. So yeah, it's raw. So how are you all anyway? I thought I'd have a little chat because we are fast approaching 2024. Now, this year has been an eye-opener for me. Where do I begin? I suppose at the beginning. Well, that would make fucking sense, wouldn't it? Let me tell you a story about little old Mandy and Maria at that. As it was, we squish yourselves together and we'll do all the bouncy. Hang on. Lovely. So basically, it all began in January 2023. Oh yes. Just normal. I always get quite excited with the new year because I always wonder what the possibilities are. And am I going to meet new people? You know, because every year you meet different people, new people, you brush past them, you know, and stuff like that. And I always wonder, you know, who am I going to say hello to on the street or something like that? And I just kind of hope that at the end of the following year that all the people I love are still here. I'm still here and everything. Because sometimes we do lose people and little critters that we care about very much. We lost all the chickens up the paddock this year, which was quite sad. I still miss Angus. Yeah. He used to love taking the other hens up on the poo heap up there, eating the worms. And I used to have to walk with the wheelbarrow behind me because he'd come and attack me. From behind. Yeah, but I miss the little fella, and it's like really 1 minute, right? This is what we're going to talk about. I've just closed the window, turned the radiators off because I get so warm, and now I'm getting hot again, so I'm gonna take that off. Oh, look at the hair. I think we're going for a little bit of Jane Eyre, aren't we? It's a bit like Pride and Prejudice. Yeah, oh dear, but ever so slightly dysfunctional. This house is very dysfunctional. It's like Beatrix Potter deranged on steroids or something. Anyway, I digress. So, I was saying that when you start a new year, people have different opinions on it, but that's the way I think about it anyway. I think it's like, you know, it's a year of new possibilities and so on and so forth. So, yeah, didn't blink an eye. Just thought it was going to be another one of those. Now, May is when my birthday is. And I turned 50 this year. And it's really weird because in my 49th year, which I've just left behind, I had this kind of thing in my head. whenever there's significant change in my life, I get very maudlin. I start maudlin, and I start thinking it's the end of the world and that everyone's going to die. Basically, I'm going to die. Everything, yeah. Because there's a change coming, you know. I don't know why I'm going into Calamity Jane, but the changes are coming. Whip crack away. And it just makes me feel a little bit scared. Yeah. And then I don't know what happened. I reconnected with Maria, my better half on this channel, who you will get to see eventually when she sorts her iPad out. And she came back into my life on a more grand scale. We've been best friends for years, but we're in each other's lives more than ever now, and we see each other very regularly. And I turned 50, and I had the best 50th birthday. I was shown lots of love and affection, and I actually went to an animal sanctuary for the day, which I absolutely loved. However, there was a cow. What was his name? He had crazy eyes, and they're a lot bigger in person. Yeah, Stampede. I scratched one's ass. Goats, horses, pigs. It was amazing. I loved it. And there was a lovely vegan tea. It's all vegan, and it was amazing. I'm not actually a vegan. I have been a vegan, but I can't proclaim that I'm 100% vegan because I do have chocolate sometimes, a lot. Part of my diet, actually. And it was just amazing. And then, you know, it was a lovely gathering at like Pine Gardens and everything. It was lovely, lovely, lovely. It was amazing. Lots and lots of love. Very blessed. Anyway, didn't think anything of it. I mean, I would say I've been very shut off since the age of 28. I've just got my head down, got on with the task at hand, just dedicated my life to being a mum, and I hid. I had like this invisibility cloak over me, you know, like I don't want to be seen, and I didn't wear makeup. I'm not wearing it really now, but I didn't wear makeup. I mean, when I went to university, of course, I was all dolled up and all sophisticated and stuff, you know. But like after that, Bob, get down, don't eat that. He's already had Henry Hoover. You're not having that one. It's alright, I'll put the wire. But I can see his ears flicking up there. Oh, he's up there. Don't eat me wallpaper. Oh, for goodness sake. Thank you very much. But, yeah, I was... Oh, sorry, love. I've lost my train of thought now. Where was I going with this? Yeah, I hid. You know? I didn't want to be noticed. I didn't want to be seen. I didn't matter. I was there predominantly to be a mum, and anything else, well, I didn't really think much of myself, you know. And then, like I say, turned 50, reconnected with my very best friend, and then basically I started feeling like a kid again, you know. My life actually began at 50. So if there's anybody out there that is worried about approaching 50 or even 40 for that matter, trust me when I say, now it's not the same for everyone, but from my perspective, turning 50, reconnecting with my friends really did bring me alive. And I feel more alive now than I've ever felt alive. I don't think well, do you know what I mean? I've never felt the way that I do now, ever. I was a bit wobbly at first, in the sense that I didn't quite know what this was all doing. And then my friend Maria and we were sort of like started mucking about, and we discovered this site called Foot Lovers. Bob! Excuse me a moment. No, out. You're not going to eat everything. No, come on. Out. Out. Good. Out you go. You are so persistent. No. Don't eat it. Naughty boy. Oh, dear Lord. Anyway, sorry about that. So basically, we were starting mucking around. So we went on this site where you get your feet, you photograph your feet and you sell pictures of your feet, which then turned into pants. Oh dear God. Interesting, very interesting. But I tell you what it did, is it really did boost your confidence. I mean, it was like, oh my God, no. I tried it for a week and I'm like, oh my God, no. Oh, no. Because my mate mentioned sniffer, which is pants. I'm like, oh, no, like that. I'm not doing that. Anyway, I discovered this foot site and I was like, let's have a laugh. So we were like doing videos of kicking a cabbage around in the kitchen with our feet, and we just had such a giggle about it. We didn't take it seriously. Anyway, we got interest. So we then went on to our Twitter page, where we started showing ourselves off. Now, where I'm going with this is quite simple. 2 women just turned 50, in the humdrum of life, potentially a midlife crisis to say the least, but in a good way, discovering for the first time that inner child again that we'd lost so long ago, where we'd been so focused on work and broken down relationships and being a mum, which of course for us is like, well, you know, for me, one of the most rewarding and lovely things that I could ever do on this earth. But I didn't see myself in that equation. I made myself poorly a couple of times where I wasn't looking after myself properly, because I was just full on mum. And that wasn't fair on my daughter either, because I was kind of hiding behind her, you know. Anyway, so what it did is it boosted our confidence, and we're like, you know, we're 50 years of age and we're doing this and we're having a laugh, and we just laugh and laugh and laugh all the time. And it just put this spring in our step, and it's like, you know, we're 50 years of age, we're only 50 years of age, but with the added bonus of not having to go through menstruation anymore. So fuck that, you know, goodbye monthly mother, whatever it is, so you can have all the fun of the fair but without having to go through that shit anymore. So it's so that's amazing. We can go swimming wherever we want now. But the hot flushes are interesting. Yeah. Because, like I said, I've just taken my jumper off, because one minute I'm freezing cold, the next minute I'm boiling hot. And it's in my head. And I go like that because it gets really hot. Well, that's fabulous. Anywho, so yeah, we were doing that, and then we set up a Twitter account where we did photos of ourselves in nice things, lingerie, and sometimes barely anything. But I think the biggest and the funniest thing I did this year, considering that I started off as some kind of straight-laced, plain Jane super... Well, no, not a super brain. Like, oh no, very prudish and stuff like that. I actually worked on an adult chat line for about 3 months. I've never said, ooh, ah, as much as I have. And I remember once I was chatting to this guy and I was mopping the floor. I was mopping the floor and he's like, oh, that's lovely, that is. Oh, yes, that's lovely, that is. Now, if you are prudish and you're not into that kind of stuff, then this is not the video for you, and I apologise. I should have given you a pre-warning. But basically, I did that for about 3 months, and it was hilarious. And then I'm like, oh, I can't do that anymore. And there were some very strange people, but there were also some very endearing ones as well. So it was all part of the experience. But I think, again, my point is that I'd gone from a little hidey-widey little mouse, mole, shrew into this larger than life kind of, hello everybody, how are ya? You know, and talking to people, opening up to people, in still a bit guarded, but sort of like just going with the flow a bit more. Because there was a point, and I think again it was just after my birthday, and I thought, I ain't going to be scared anymore, because I used to get so consumed with what if, worrying too much about things that I shouldn't really be worrying about. And I thought, fuck it, I cannot be bollocksed with being frightened anymore. So I stopped being frightened. It just got tiring, you know, and I'm medicated as well. You know, thank you, Sir Tyler Pram. There's no shame in that, by the way. It balances out the serotonin, because sometimes people naturally don't have enough. And when life throws you lots of rocks, it can chip away at you, and you need a bit of help from time to time. Mental health is very important. Bob, get out of there. Oh, he's an arsehole. Fucking... Excuse my language. I love him dearly. Yeah. He's just... He thinks he's a dog. He'll be up on the bed in a minute. I would turn you round, but I don't want you to see the mess over there. Where is he? Oh, excuse my workstation. Can you see him? Yeah. That's my work area, my indoor work area. So it's, yeah, don't even look at that. It's not nice. But, yeah, so that's how that went, you know. And what it did is it did something that I've never experienced before. I mean, I fell in love when I had my daughter, of course, but I've never really thought of myself, really. And this year, with all the other bits and pieces that I've mentioned, the one thing more than anything, with the confidence and the deepening of my already strong friendship with my friend, that's always been there since we were like 6, because we met when we were 6, I fell in love with me. And it sounds so cliche and bleh, doesn't it? But I bloody did. I saw my self-worth. I saw that I'm important. And people can tell you all that shit, but until you actually believe it yourself, you don't believe it, if you know what I mean. So, turning 50, for me, has been incredible. And I've had more fun since May of this year than I've had for years. And I have my friend to thank for that, and the support of the people that love me too, because they've seen me change. And my sisters were a little bit apprehensive at first because I've always been a certain way. They've always known me a certain way. And to see me putting makeup on, I mean, they love it. You know, I feel like a teenager again, but in a better way, because you don't have all the other bollocks that goes with it. Because you get to a point at the age of 50 where you just don't give a shit. You know? You're respectful and you mind your P's and Q's to it. Well, I don't, but do you know what I mean? But you kind of stop worrying about what everybody thinks. It's not important. It's always nice when people are nice and stuff like that. It's not going to happen all the time. But it's not really that personal, really. You're more important, you know, than other people's opinions. And my furrowed brow, that's because I'm being serious and I'm concentrating. But yeah, and the menopause is a change of life. It's not the end of life. You've done it. You know, you've if you have children, then you've had your children. You're watching them grow, and now it's a little bit of you time. And that's how it's affected me. Some people feel it in their 30s, some people feel it in their 40s. I'm feeling it now. And there's a sense of freedom that comes with it, you know. So I guess the moral to this story is that it's never too late to fall in love with you. And as sickening as that sounds, it's not meant in a narcissistic fashion. It's about really appreciating who you are. And you're still going to have wobbles and stuff like that, but you have a better understanding of yourself. For me, I do. And I am open, you know, and it's wonderful, and it's very liberating when you stop living in fear and you get a good medication. Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, so if 2024 is half as good, well, I want it to be even better. I'm just going to keep going, keep trucking, keep having fun, and just enjoying my life. My life has just begun. I've just begun for the first time in 50 years. So, you're a long time out of this world, so enjoy being in it now. So, anyway, that's my bullshit for the night. So I'm going to go and sort myself out. So, if you like it, give us a thumbs up and a subscribe, and sending you so much love. Have a fantastic evening, and may 2024 bring everything you want and more. Ta-da for now.